The murderer, fresh from the killing, surprisingly called the police. When the SWAT team broke down the door, he stripped naked, knowing that as a top lawyer, he would avoid unnecessary harm if no weapon was found on him. Having successfully arrived at the prison, his first request was for a soft mattress, as the cell bed was far too hard. Detective Tom immediately chuckled and tore into him with a string of insults. But the moment Tom turned his back, his daughter received a videotape. The content is a brutal video of Jack committing the crime. The problem was, the person in the video was wearing a mask, making it impossible to confirm Jack was the one behind it. Tom stormed back to confront him, and Jack laid out his terms, arranged the mattress, and he'd confessed to the judge, so Tom made it happen. A premium mattress, delivered straight to Jack's cell. The other inmates were absolutely green with envy. When the day in court finally came, Jack threw the agreement right out the window. Not only did he refuse to confess, he recited, word for word, a prior case nearly identical to his own. With insufficient evidence once again, the judge was prepared to release him on the spot. But then Jack flipped a switch. He started mocking the judge, unleashing a torrent of insults. I'm clearly guilty, so why are you letting me walk? Isn't this exactly what you did 10 years ago, when you let the monster who murdered my wife and daughter off with a slap on the wrist? It turned out this was the very same judge who a decade ago had handed that killer a mere 3-year sentence. Jack had just called her out in open court, then confessed on the spot. The judge was absolutely livid, her dignity in tatters. She threw him right back in his cell. Tom came to find Jack again, and Jack was already ready with a new set of demands. A prime-cut bone-in steak, delivered at exactly 1 a.m. Tom scoffed. Jack said, I arrested the corrupt lawyer who defended that devil 10 years ago. Tom rushed out to check, and sure enough, the lawyer had been missing for 3 days. They scrambled to get Jack his steak, but the warden wasn't about to make it easy. He deliberately dragged it through multiple security checks, burning 8 full minutes before the steak made it to Jack's cell. Jack took one look at it and said flatly, you're 8 minutes late. Even so, he gave up the corrupt lawyer's location. They raced to the scene and found the man's briefcase, then dug into the dirt beneath it. The lawyer was already dead. Time of death, exactly 11 a.m. Jack was locked away behind bars, and yet somehow, he was playing the entire police force like puppets on a string.